Okay, so now we have a situation like this here. X plus 3 all squared is equal to 16. So how do we solve this one here? Well, to solve these, you need to remove the squared first. So that's the first thing you need to do. You need to remove the squared from this bracket. So if I take the square the other side, it becomes the opposite, right? It turns into a square root. So I have x plus 3 is equal to square root of 16, right? This is just the same as square rooting both sides, right? So, you know, whichever way works for you, you can call it square rooting both sides, or you can call it moving the square to the other side becomes a square root. Now, the square root of 16 is 4, right? But we don't just take 4, we write plus or minus 4. Why? Because minus 4 is the square root of 16. Since minus 4 times minus 4 gives you a positive 16. Positive 4 is also the square root of 16. So we need to take into account both scenarios, right? So square root of 16 can be positive or it can be negative 4. Once I get here, I can move on with my equation. I take my plus 3 to the other side, it becomes a minus 3. So x is equal to plus or minus 4 minus 3. When I get here now, I split this, right? I write one equation with a positive 4 here, and I write one equation with a negative 4 here. So I start with the one with the positive 4. X is equal to positive 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 gives me a 1, so x is equal to 1. So that's my first solution. Or I could take the negative 4 now. X is equal to negative 4 minus 3, so minus 4 minus 3. So x is equal to minus 7. So now I have two solutions for my equation. Let's try another one. So again, now y minus 2 squared is equal to 25. First thing is to remove the squared, square root both sides, or take the square that side becomes square root, right? I'll get y minus 2 is equal to square root of 25. Y minus 2 is equal to, what's square root of 25? Is 5. But we won't just write 5, we'll write plus or minus 5, right? And then we proceed with the equation. Take minus 2, that side becomes a positive 2. So y is equal to plus or minus 5 plus 2. And then I split this into 2, right? One equation with a positive 5 and the other equation with a negative 5. So I'll have y is equal to 5 plus 2, which is y is equal to 7. So I use the positive 5 there. And then 1 with a negative 5, y is equal to negative 5 minus 2. So y, oh sorry, that's a plus. So y is equal to minus 3. So I have two solutions there. So this or that. Okay, so for our last example now, we have x plus 2 squared is equal to 9 over 4. Again, the first step remains the same. You have to square root, right, your 9 over 4. So x plus 2 is equal to square root of 9 is 3, square root of 4 is 2. But then we'll have to put our plus or minus, right? We proceed by taking out 2 that side, so x is equal to plus or minus 3 over 2 minus 2. So we split it, right? We take a positive 3 over 2 and a negative 3 over 2. X is equal to 3 over 2 minus 2. So this will mean that x is equal to minus half there. Or x is equal to negative 3 over 2 minus 2. That means x is equal to minus 3.5, right? So these are both the solutions for that equation.